Today we are rebuilding Leicester City as they currently sit 13th in the league, only 17 points. They did bounce back a little bit recently before the World Cup, but with 9 losses and a very horrible start to the season, this team needs some work. Jamie Vardy actually not even Jamie Vardy these days, it's more James Maddison and Tielemans being the main men of this team. No Schmeichel is leaving their goalkeeper situation very terrible with Danny Ward starting for them, so that is objective number one for this season. The first signing we are going to make is going to be Manuel Neuer. We are going to be able to get him for less than 3 million, and he probably will only stay a year or two. However, it's going to be a good year or two with them, and then we could possibly buy his regen or sign his regen on a free. But Neuer will join the club as our first signing. Yuri and Timber is going to be the next player we bring in for around 30 million plus Sayuchu. He's going to be our new right-sided center back and possibly a right back in the future as well. We bring in Fabio Vieira from Arsenal. I know he just joined him in real life. However, I want to play Madison on the right, so we needed a new cam, and Fabio is that man for us. Now, we do obviously get that one player, that Youth Academy player, and they seem to always somewhat be good, and this guy goes from a 68 to a 73 rated striker. Halfway through the season, we currently sit in 10th with 8 wins, 5 draws, and 7 losses. Arsenal sit in 8th. Liverpool currently winning the league. Alright, there you go. Our top goal scorer is currently Jamie Vardy with James Maddison right behind him, as expected. Fabio Vieira, obviously, is only on 1 game. Faulkner is up +7, but he's up +2 on loan. I'll see at the end of the season. And at the end of the season, we sit in the Europa League spot, coming in 6th with Liverpool winning the league. Arsenal bouncing back as well, finishing 5th. They'll be back up in the Europa League. Manchester United in 8th. They just missed out on European competition. With Nottingham Forest, Southampton all go through. FA Cup winners are Stoke City. They beat West Ham. That's interesting. Carabao Cup winners, they are Liverpool beating West Ham. West Ham back-to-back domestic finals. Now Champions League final. Sevilla versus Atletico Madrid. All Spain final. Benfica versus United in Europa League. And FCSB versus West Ham. West Ham actually had a pretty good season so far, and they finished 7th in the. Now, top goal scorer is obviously Jamie Vardy. If you didn't see that coming, then you're just dumb. And then Harvey Barnes with 15, and James Maddison with 13. Tielemans with 8 and 9 assists. Fabio Vieira with 6 and 7 assists. I will see y'all next season. We say goodbye to Yuri Tielemans. He is on his way to Real Madrid. However, we do go ahead and bring in Eder Militao for us as well. He will join the team. It's a swap deal. I didn't initiate it, they did, but we get Timber. Oh, not Timber. We get Militao for Tielemans, and now we just have to improve our midfielder, which is a lot easier than a defender. And here he is, Mr. Militao. Also, Jamie Vardy will be leaving the club. He is on his way to FC Porto for any day now. And then our Youth Academy Faulkner will be our new #1 striker. Now we quickly go in for our new midfielder, and we bring in Bruno Guimaraes. He comes in for around 67, 68 million, pretty much if you round it up. He is a big chunk of our transfer budget, so it might hurt trying to sign some backup players or whatnot, but he is a crucial player for us, and he's into the team now. Alright, we bring in a bunch of free agents, besides Costa, who we had actually buy for 2.8 million. But we do bring in Raul Costa, we bring in Nilsson Zlatan's regen, we bring in Fuentes, we bring in Silvestri, Santos. Silvestri is actually going to go to a right mid, and he should jump a decent amount. We bring in Santos, Novak, Suarez, and Robert. Now, some of these actually look very good and very decent, and they will probably all end up on the loan list, or at least try to be loaned out, and then some of them will be on the bench for us this season as well. And our last signing of the summer is going to be bringing in a new left back in Zinchenko. He joins the team as our new #1 with a swap deal with James Justin going to Arsenal plus 10 million. We are now pretty much out of money thanks to Bruno Guimaraes, in all honesty. Passion Daka leaves the club for around 28 million. Jamie Vardy is next, hopefully, and then hopefully in Hancio, if I can say his name right. And this is Costa going out on loan. We are not in Europa League, but instead the Conference League. So we have Leicester City, obviously. We have Bodo Glimt. We have, I'm not going to try to say that name. And then we have Univ Craiova. We have Fedin. I'm just going to say Fedin. This should be an easy group for us. The only team that gives us trouble there is Glimt. Now, going into the season quickly, this is the starting 11. Faulkner, Bonds, Vieira, Madison, Bruno Gomes, and Didi, Zinchenko, Militao, Timber, Payeta, and then Neuer for hopefully one more season if he is up to the task. Now quickly going in, I know we brought in these free agents for squad depth, but all of them pretty much have went back out on loan. So Costa is at Fenerbahce, Roberts at Wolves, Santos, Suarez, Silvestri, Fuentes, Novak, all out on loan on a one-year deal, and hopefully they start to grow. Silvestri, he went a plus 11 already because he was our right wing back. He went from a 62 to a 73 rated right mid. Now he probably won't grow that much. That is why we are sending him out on loan. Halfway through the season, a little bit more than halfway, we sit in 6th with 40 points, tied with Arsenal, who currently sit in 5th. We are only 3 points off a Champions League spot. We're actually only 7 points off the top spot, so it's actually a very close battle here in the Premier League. Going down currently would be Norwich, Sheffield, and Leeds United. FA Cup, we obviously don't care about. We are in it, though. We don't care about Carabao Cup. Conference League, we are not in the preliminary rounds, which means we finish top of our group and with ease, like I said, and Bodo Glimt is the only other team in there as well. So I will see y'all in March, I guess, for when the Conference League starts again. Now we have FC Porto in the Conference League. In First League, it's a 2-2 draw. Aston Villa in the FA Cup, we beat them on pens. Second leg against Porto, we lose 2-1 and we are out of the Conference League. We finished the league in a 7th place. We have fallen off massively in the second half of the season. Liverpool win the league. Is that back-to-back champions for them? I think it is. Sheffield, Norwich, and Burnley all go down. Now, FA Cup, we are your winners, beating West Ham in the final. So we are in Europa League next season. So we don't have to worry about no European competition. Liverpool win the Carabao Cup. Now, Conference League, who is in the final? AC Milan versus Midland. We will probably never beat AC Milan anyway. Let's see, talking through the players, it looks like Faulkner is playing the majority of the season, +5, so he's up to 81 overall. That is great to see. Nelson also playing a little bit. James Madison with 17 and 18 assists. Harvey Barnes doing well. Fabio Vieira stepping up a little bit more. Nielsen coming in with 7 goals in only 22 games. Zinchenko with 10 goal contributions in 49 games is not bad as left back. Now our lone E's Costa didn't grow. Robert goes a +2. Santos a +2. Suarez a +4. Silvestri technically a +13, but really a +2 on loan. Fuentes a +1 and Novak a +2 as well. They're still growing. That's decent. They're still young. I will see y'all next season. Our first signing of the summer is a new left mid. We bring in Emile Smith-Rowe from Arsenal for around 44 million. He joins Brandon Rodgers and he joins James Madison and his former teammates in Fabio Vieira and Zinchenko. We are going to also bring in free agent Leonardo Carvalho, a 19-year-old 82 rated center back. He will join the team on an important role, and he might be our new #1 center back. I'm not sure, but he is joining the club. We bring in a new right back to replace Payeta, at least for a season or two. Carvajal joins the squad now. He is like 33, 34, but he'll be good enough for at least this season. He joins from Tottenham for 31 million. Go ahead and sell Harvey Barnes. He leaves the club for 45 million. He goes to Napoli. We have Smith-Rowe to replace him though, so we're fine there. Europa League group is here. Leicester City, Stade Rennes, Ghent, and Apole. This should be an easy group for us. I will see y'all in January. And we currently sit in 8th. We just can't get higher than 6th right now. Austin Villa in 3rd. Fulham in 4th. Liverpool winning the league once again. Going down is Preston, Everton, and Southampton. FA Cup, you obviously know that. We are actually against Middlesbrough. Carabao Cup, we are not in that now. The Europa League, we are in fact not in the preliminary rounds. And we are not even in Europa League anymore. We are now in Conference League, if I'm mistaken. No, we are back. We're back in Conference League, and we are in the preliminary round of that against Young Boys. I can't believe how we. First leg of Conference League against Young Boys is a 3-2 win. We lose to Chelsea. Second leg, a 1-0 win. We are through against Lille. First leg against Lille, we win 4-1. FA Cup against Leeds, we lose that. Second leg against Lille, a 2-2 draw. We move on to the quarterfinals of the Conference League. Now, first leg here against Atalanta, it's a 2-0 win. We're doing good in the league, as it looks like. And then a 3-0 loss, we are out of the Conference League. We have somehow managed to find our way into the Champions League, beating Man City and Arsenal and even Tottenham. Liverpool win the league for the 3rd year running, Chelsea in 2nd. Going down is Preston, Everton, and Southampton. FA Cup winners are going to go ahead and beat Tottenham. Your Carabao Cup winners is Liverpool. Europa League, in which we started off, it's Liverpool versus Sevilla. Conference League, it's Arsenal versus Atalanta, the team that we actually lost to. Faulkner, our top goal scorer, with 35. Smith Rowe in his first season with 21. James Maddison with 20. Zinchenko, Bruno Guimaraes, Vieira. Fabio Vieira not doing that great, honestly. We might have to improve on him next season. That'll be interesting. We bring in Argentine. That is not the player we have just bought in. Who is that? That's not the right player. But we bring in Hugo Blanco for a free Argentine right wing, 83 rated, assumed to be Messi's regen. He joins the squad. And next up, we will be bringing in Thibaut Courtois to replace the retired Neuer. I've been looking for his regen, and honestly, I just can't find it anywhere. So we might just be stuck with Courtois for this season and possibly maybe another season or two as well. Comes our keeper, Courtois, a new man behind the net, behind the sticks, in between the sticks, however you want to say it. He joins the squad for around only 37 million. He will last us at least another season, maybe even possibly 3 if we're lucky, but he joins the team. We have bringing in a new right back in Gertruda. He will replace not only Carvajal, but also Ricardo Paella. He comes in 25 years old. We get him for 40 million on a pretty much free offer because of his contract. So he joins the team. Our Champions League group, and we have Barcelona. We also have Club Brugge and Slavia Praha. Now, Club Brugge might give us a little bit difficulty. We should finish second in this group realistically, as Barcelona should win it. But maybe we get lucky enough to win it. I will see y'all in January. Halfway through the season, and Leicester City are your current champions as of right now. Obviously, probably won't stay the same. Liverpool knocked down to 3rd. Manchester City with only 1 loss sit in 4th. Arsenal is 7th. Going down currently is Norwich, Brentford, and Nottingham Forest. Obviously, FA Cup, we are playing that in there soon. We are not in the semifinals of that. The Champions League round of 16, we have made it, and we face off against Lyon. We actually top our group against Barcelona with 5 wins and 1 draw, no losses. We have Lyon. Barcelona has Bayern Munich. That was an interesting draw right there. Halfway through this season, Faulkner has 15 goals, Maddison has 13 with 12 assists, and Fabio Vieira stepping up finally has 10 goals to go along. Leg 1 of the round of 16 here against Lyon. We go ahead and quick sim it. We quick sim every Champions League game besides the final. We win the first leg 2-1 with Smith Rowe and Zinchenko scoring. Second leg against Leon, we quick submit and we win, or not draw, win. We draw 1-1, but we win 3-2 on aggregate. We move on towards the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We have Sporting in the next round of the Champions League, and we look to quick sim the first leg and hopefully win big. It's a 3-2 win. It almost was a 2-2 draw. Smith Rowe and then James Madison scoring the winner for us in the first leg. Second leg here against Sporting away from home. No Bruno Guimaraes. That might hurt us a little bit, and it does. We are out of the Champions League on 6-5 aggregate. Nuno Santos. Not only do we choke Champions League, but we also choke the lead. Manchester United coming in first. Liverpool, after winning it 3 years in a row, they come fifth. We drop off 5 points enough. FA Cup, we are your winners. We did beat Tottenham. We are your FA Cup winners. Champions League final, it's Juventus versus PSG. We are on the verge of getting sacked. I might have to go back to the beginning of this season. Madison with 31 goals, Faulkner with 26, Fabio Vieira with 17, Smith Rowe not doing much this season. We bring in Benzema's region, Duran. He will be our new cam, possibly our new striker in a new formation that I might try out for this season. But he joins, I was trying to get him on a free, but he joined Chelsea instead, so we have to pay the big bucks for him. He comes in at 91 overall at 19 or 18, I believe. Brendan Rodgers staring him down. I don't know why he's staring at him like that, but 179, something like that, crazy. He joins the squad, and he should help us at least possibly win the league. 174 million. That's a big chunk of our budget. Alright, this is how the team is going to look this season. Courtois in net, Gertruda, Timber, Militao, Zinchenko. And instead of having two defensive-ish midfielders, we have Bruno Guimaraes, and then we have Smith Rowe, Vieira, and Madison, and then a top two of Faulkner and Durand for our team. Let's go ahead and get into the season. Our Champions League group looks a lot easier somewhat than last season. We have Leicester City, obviously Roma, Gladbach, and then Salzburg. This should be an easy top for us, but last season wasn't supposed to be easy top, and we topped it. So who knows? Maybe we finish second here. I will see y'all in January. Halfway through the season, we currently sit in 5th, 11 points off of Chelsea, who currently are in 1st. Now, Champions League, we face off against PSG. We finished 2nd in our group by 2 points. We actually almost didn't even make it out. Salzburg dropping a goose egg, but Gladbach with 10 points, us with 11, Roma with 13. I guess I'll see y'all at the first leg of the PSG game. Halfway through the season, we currently sit in 3rd. However, we are 11 points off of first place Manchester City, who are currently going unbeaten right now. Now, Carabao Cup, I can actually show you all this. Actually, hold on. FA Cup, we have Southampton. Carabao Cup, we are, in fact, in the semifinals against Newcastle here. Champions League, we have Bayern Munich in the round of 16. We finished 6 for 6, a perfect 6, and we get awarded Bayern Munich. Who came first in their group then? Dynamo Zagreb. Barcelona coming 3rd in that group. What the hell? What kind of group is that? Okay. Well, we could have had Dynamo Zagreb, but Inter get lucky and they get him, and we get Bayern Munich. First leg here, James Madison is out with injury. Faulkner is just coming back from injury. We quick sib the first leg, and we probably lose. No, it's a 2-2 draw. Durand scoring, and Silvestri scoring as well. Second leg here, James Madison still out with injury. I'm hoping for a 3-3 win. I said 3-3 win, I meant 3-2 win. It's a 3-3 draw, 5-5 aggregate. We go ahead on penalties. Zinchenko, Jovanic, Faulkner, and Duran all scoring. Fabio Vieira missing his, but he also scored a brace in the game, so I'll let him off there. And that's actually a good win. We're on to the next round of the Champions League. First leg here against Chelsea in the quarterfinals. James Madison still hurt. It's a 3-1 win. Fabio Vieira, Duran, and Silvestri all scoring. Fabio Vieira missing his penalty again. Maybe he not. Is he our main #1 penalty taker? Maybe we take that away from him. Second leg here with the 3-1 advantage against Chelsea. It could still go wrong. It doesn't though. A 1-1 draw sees us win 4-2 on aggregate. We're into the semifinals of the Champions League. First leg against RB Leipzig in the semifinals of the Champions League. It's a 2-0 victory. Jovanic and Smith Rowe scoring despite being somewhat tired of a team. This is a great second leg here. James Madison must be out for the rest of the season because holy cow, he's been hurt the whole entire time. It's a 1-0 win. We're into the finals of the Champions League here. I didn't actually expect it to happen so soon. I figured maybe next season we have a good shot, but we either play against AC Milan or Juventus. Alright, right before we play the Champions League final, we finished second in the league. Man City, they don't do the Invincibles, however, they dub. Alright, right before the Champions League final, quickly going over the rest of the season real quick. We finished second in the league to Manchester City, who finished on 93 points. Not even close to beating them. Going down is Brentford, Swansea, and Leeds United. FA Cup, we go ahead and beat Luton Town of all teams in the final of the FA Cup. The Carabao Cup, we lost in the semifinals to Newcastle, in which sees Newcastle win that. We win the FA Cup, obviously. Champions League, we're in the final against AC Milan. Europa League, Feyenoord beat Arsenal in the final 3-2. And then Eintracht Frankfurt beats Udinese in the league. Now our top goal scorer. Our top goal scorer is Durant with 32, and despite not playing since February, James Madison has 18 goals, Fabio Vieira with 16, Faulkner only with 15. Who's been playing instead of him? Has it been Jovanic instead of Faulkner? Because Faulkner only has 42 compared to Durant's 62. But let's get into the Champions League final here against AC Milan. I will update this to Legendary actually real quick, and we'll get into the game. Champions League final against AC Milan. Let's just go ahead and look at the team. I don't think I actually really showed it to y'all. Where is it? Was a B performance? Would it show it? Yeah. Torres, Ferran Torres, Ketelaere, Tete, Kudus, Tonali, Camavinga, Theo Hernandez, Saliba, Laporte, Baku, and Mainan, Leon Bailey, Paqueta, Gabia, Mir, Lorente, Robert, and Reyes all on the bench. It's an insane team. It's going to be hard to break them down, but we'll give it an all. De Ketelaere plays it for Ferran Torres. Keeper came out, and it couldn't get to Ferran quick enough, and it's 1-0 for AC Milan. Bruno Gomes, Vieira, Faulkner, into Duran. Duran on his left foot. Duran finds the back, and then it's 1-1. Camavinga right before halftime looking to find the go-ahead goal, and we're going to halftime 1-1 draw. 45 minutes left, and AC Milan has been all over us. My passing is terrible. Just send Blanco, please. Blanco, go. Onside as well. Blanco now into Duran. Duran, he bottled it. I'm blaming Duran. I'm not blaming myself there. Can't lie. Just saying. Corner here. Tete. Duran defending. First ball cleared. Now Smith Rowe. Can he find Duran? He can. Duran has Blanco. He also has Faulkner, and it looks like Fabio Vieira. But Duran is going to take this for himself. Shot saved. It's a good save from Mainan. And here comes AC Milan. Timber had to win the header. Into Timber. Now into Jovanic, quickly into Duran. Duran could win it here late on. Duran just finding some type of space. Couldn't do so for the shot. Timber, here comes AC Milan. They're looking for the winner in the last second. And Carvajal and Courtois is there. And we're going to extra time here. Extra time here against AC Milan in the Champions League. And we might be forced to make some subs later on. And AC Milan have the lead. They tiki-taka in the box, and it's 2-1. AC Milan, Tonali scoring the go-ahead goal at the moment. And with 20 minutes left, we are in desperate times here. It's a beautiful goal as well. Smith Rowe into Faulkner. Faulkner still going. Faulkner off for the post. Why did Bernard not go there? Timber into Durand. Durand into Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe's onside. Smith Rowe equalizes. It's 2-2. "15 minutes left to try and grab a winner here and at least not concede a late goal again. I don't know if we can equalize this another time here. Blanco into Duran. That's a good ball in for Baku. He megs my defenders, crossed in, and Courtois gets after Carvajal tap deception. Now Payeta on for Smith Rowe. It's a beautiful ball into Faulkner. Faulkner has Duran. He decides to use them, and AC Milan are losing. And Leicester City might be your Champions League winner. Carvajal just worked defensively. Duran in towards Yankovic, trying to find Faulkner on the through ball again. Can't do so. And a minute left before we are your Champions League winners. Hernandez in towards Llorente. Llorente. Militao defends beautifully. Zinchenko trying to clear it. And it's a win. It's 3-2. Leicester City are your Champions League winners. We don't win the league, but we win the Champions League. And the rebuild is complete. It is Bruno Gomes. He lifts the Champions League trophy. Leicester City finally get it done after how many seasons has it been? It was a lot quicker than the Southampton rebuild, I'm pretty sure. But we are your Champions League winners. In the final stats here, Duran with 34. He had a brace in that final against, who did I just play? AC Milan. 19 years old at 92 overall. James Madison, 18 goals with 12 assists, despite being injured for pretty much half of the second half of the season. Fabio Vieira does well. Faulkner did well. I will see y'all next video. Peace out.